course, there's the book, and the book
Yep.
is coming out in a month.
Yep.
Do you have a feeling that it might help the discourse, that it might push things along, that it might encourage people to, speak out and defend themselves and stand up for themselves?
I hope so, because I think one of the lessons in the book really is how easy it was for me to win.
Okay.
It really wasn't difficult.
Once you'd made that step.
Once I decided I was fighting
Yeah.
back, within days, online bullies all disappeared, because it was like, oh, he's not a weakling anymore now. He's pushing back. Let's go find someone weaker to pick on. So they disappeared. The board collapsed in 18 hours. It didn't seem easy at the time, but the whole thing was 5 weeks.
That just feels like the lesson we all know from the playground.
Yes.
That the bullies aren't interested in you if you refuse to be a victim.
Absolutely.
They're just not interested. They go and find someone who's going to cry.
There's nothing original in my book. These are all lessons you know. You've just forgot you know them.
So who is it aimed at?
Everybody. It's anybody who's interested in the culture wars.
Yeah.
Anybody who feels himself saying things they know are untrue. People who feel they're doing things that for a quiet life, but there's a little voice inside going, no, this doesn't feel right. If you've had any of those feelings, this is the book to read, to give you help and advice and hints about how you can start pushing back in a sensible way that's not going to get you fired, that's not going to break up your relationship, but how you can be part of the fight back.
Yes.
I've started using the phrase, be a ninja, not a whinger. There's ways you can do things without having to put on a cape and a mask and be Superman. You can push back because you have agency. You're not a coward. You are a man or a woman. And better than that, you're an English man, you're an English woman, or you're a British man, a British woman. They're formidable.
I mean, it sounds like you're talking about most people, actually, because I think most of us have this thing in our head. We should be saying things that we're not saying. We should be more honest with ourselves. We should be speaking the truth and not living in fear. And do you think ultimately we will reach that point where people are more open and more honest and more courageous?
I think this is a blip in our history. I think in a decade from now, we'll look back and we'll think, what were they doing? I think that the tanker is beginning to turn.
Yeah.
There's going to be 7 more years of this, and we don't know what it is, but something will happen at a tipping point, and it'll end faster than we can imagine. And then people will go, I can't believe that used to happen. And we'll go, but you were part of the problem. And they'll go, I would never supported any of that. And we'll have a load of denial about anybody ever supported any of this.
Yeah, well, I hope you're right.
I'm very, very optimistic.
Fantastic. Well, Nick Buckley, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you.